The numbers are startling. 1 out of 3 teens is a victim of dating or relationship violence.
In tonight's Education Matters, Juanita Stevenson joins us with how students are now being trained to educate other young people about the effects of abusive relationships. Juanita?
Well, the program is called kNOw More. It's run by the Marjorie Mason Center, which trains young people to take the message into the schools.
Shut up. It's over when I say it's over.
A demonstration of what teen relationship abuse looks like.
You're an idiot. No one's ever going to love you.
Showing that it does not discriminate and it does not have to be physical.
Just sneak out with me. We won't get caught, I promise.
This is just some of the information these high school students want to spread to others.
One of the main things that we're hoping to accomplish is that they understand that this is an everyday thing, that it's not as rare as we often hear.
Elise Amandor is a peer educator. She and 9 other Sanger High School students have been trained to teach other teens about relationship and dating abuse.
Marjorie Mason does the training. It's a weekend, so these kids give up both their Saturday and Sunday. It's about 8 to 10 hours both days.
The program is called kNOw More, a teen dating and domestic violence education and prevention program adopted by the Marjorie Mason Center.
What I find is disturbing is 1 in 3 teens is a victim of teen dating violence. And we're not talking about it. It's part of our mission is to teach kids from an early age when they're having their first crush, maybe their first date, maybe their first dance. What does an appropriate, healthy relationship look like?
Working in partnership with Fresno County Schools, these student educators take their jobs seriously, spending months preparing the program they will present to thousands of students.
Teens are abused at a higher rate than adults. In fact, the most prominent age of relationship abuse is 16 to 24.
They show them the story of Marjorie Mason, the Fresno County woman whose tragic death at the hands of an ex-boyfriend resulted in the domestic violence center that carries her name.
She just said, Jess, Bob killed Marge. And all I remember is that somebody was screaming, and it was actually me.
Mason's story lets them know that domestic violence isn't something that just happens among NFL players or famous pop stars. It can happen to their neighbors and to their friends.
I've had family members and I've had friends too who've dealt with this, and it's hard when you know you can't do anything or you don't have information.
Their performance raises awareness.
You can keep hitting her.
They show in a dramatic way that words in many popular songs can carry troubling messages of jealousy, dominance, and control.
Every single day, every word you say, every game you play, and every night you stay, I'll be watching you.
The presentation is an eye-opener for students, giving them important information about what an unhealthy relationship looks and feels like.
It's never the victim's fault.
Ultimately, when they're doing these presentations, the hope is, or the goal is, that somebody will speak up and say, I need help.
And when you consider the numbers, that 1 out of 3 teens is a victim of relationship abuse, on high school campuses like Fresno High or Sanger High School, with student populations of 2,000 to 3,000 students, kids will be impacted.
My siblings and my mom, they've been through abusive. So my mom was really young when she went through the relationship, so she didn't know.
When 14-year-old Brianna Torres agreed to talk to us and give us her thoughts on the program, it was hard for her to not talk about her own family's experience with abusive relationships.
Like, know that my mom, she opens up to us like, oh, if you're with someone, you have to know what's good or bad.
Again, the goal is to not engage in any sort of shock or awe or to distract from what's going on in the classroom. The goal is to recognize that this is already a huge component of a student's life experience during the ages of 12 to 18. And if we don't address it, we're just going to continue on the same path that we've been on. And this is our way to say we've got to speak up.
Now, the No More program is currently in 12 Fresno County high schools. If you would like more information about bringing the program to your school or want additional information about the program, you can call 559-237-4706.
And it really looked like these student presenters had a captive audience.
They did. I was really surprised. Once this program started, these kids really paid attention.
Yeah. 1 out of 3. That surprised me. And we do a lot of stories on this stuff. I
It's
did
more
not
than
realize.
adults. Yeah, 1 out of 3.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Juanita, thanks so much. We appreciate it.